Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Lorraine Alternative Homesteading in Jackson County, Kentucky. I want to show you how much rain we had. It actually stopped overnight. And then it started up at 8 o'clock this morning. And I'm going to show you the county creek. I've only seen it like this 2 times in 6 years. Okay, so let me show you. The water has breached the culvert across the street. It's roaring. Let me open up my gate, give you a better view. I hope everybody's doing well. The criminals totally knocked down one of the only water catchments that is still working and operative. I knew they were going to do it. It was a quarter full yesterday, and they knocked it down. They have water issues. It's the pee-pee patrol, the poo-poo patrol. But let me show you the mess here. So just to show you, this is the ditch line behind my mailbox. This is the 3.1 acres that's for sale. The water always trickles from, let me show you. The water flows. And look, here comes a loser who's going to make it, who's going to go through this water. Watch this. Watch this, guys. They'll do anything for money. Go on. Good luck. I motioned to them like, go on, you know, Scarlett will do it. Why not you? It's blocked. Yeah, you got your little dingy, but you can't go anywhere. I wanted to photograph you going through this water. So let me show my subscribers. So this is my mailbox over here. This is the water, the ditch line, where the water flows into this culvert that goes into the big culvert that goes into the county creek, which you can see is breached. I have only seen it like this 2 times in 6 years. 2 times. In fact, it was so bad the second year I was living here that this water went up my driveway. It was up here. It was up here. But look at how furious it is. And yes, subscriber, this is very dangerous. The water's very dangerous. But I did see a red vehicle drive through this about 15-20 minutes ago. The perps never sleep around here. They've got to get that money. They'll do anything for money. And I also saw 2 black SUVs drive through this also earlier. So let me show you. This is the 3.1 acres that goes all the way down there. It actually feels like more because of the way surveyors survey property. So now this water goes only alongside of the property. It does not go through it. So you can build on this. I've cleared that area there for building. So I don't know if you could see it. I'm going to point to it. Up there, that mountain, the water is coming down. And this is the water from the mountain all the way up there and going down here. And you could see this water is clear. Yeah, this is the idiot that drove by before. Oh, it's Mary Perky. It's Mary Perky, everybody. Mary, 904 PKW. Mary Perky, you know, the one who fell in the ditch, who ended up in the county jail. She lives right next door, right there. Mary Perky, the big mouth that was on Neighborhood Wars on A&E. April 11, 2023. They will do anything for money here. They will go through this roaring creek line. Look at that idiot. Anyway, Mary Perky, there you go. They will do anything for money. So anyway, this is a 3.1 acres. You too could live next door to those neighbors. But meanwhile, if you build your house right here, you will never see those pieces of crap. And if you got a pew-pew and a husband, they will never bother you because they are coward weenies. So anyway, this is the water line here, and this is the county creek. So in the 6 years that I've lived here, nothing has been done to mitigate these flood conditions. However, I was told by a neighbor a year ago, maybe a year ago, that unfortunately this happens across the country, that the camp all the way down there has the same problems. And it's going to be that way when you live around mountains. And actually, living around mountains is better than being on totally flat land when you've got the mountains next to a culvert and the water is directed all the way down the road. Unfortunately, my outer field is flooded. Some of it is because of the amount of water, and other reasons is because it has been deliberately sabotaged. Well, I'm so glad you got to see my neighbor this morning and her little red car, and we got her license plate now, boys and girls. So this is what it looks like up here. There's the chair that they broke, another leg on the chair. Here's the water coming down. This is all from the mountain, all up there. Nature is amazing. It's called gravity. It's called gravity. It all flows in a particular direction. And you know, the criminals, they love to throw their V-shaped branches in my ditch. But anyway, this is the water. I'm going to show you how clear it is. Wait. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. The rain did stop for now. And what happens here with this water, if the rain stops for about 2 hours, this will disappear. If the rain continues, it could be really bad. Like I have never, and I'm going to show you here, but I'm not going to get too close though. I've never seen the water come up to my property like that. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because these criminals have been digging up. They have been digging up and widening the creek. The creek is supposed to be deeper and narrower, but they have made it shallower and wider to encroach upon my property. It's all deliberate. I've been documenting this for 2 years, ever since I listed my property for sale. So anyway, I'm going to go get my mail. If the mail was delivered today, it's quite possible he had to turn around. But I just wanted to show you what this looks like. And how in 6 years that I'm living here, watch this. This is the slop mess that Judge Gabbard fixed, right? Watch this. Look. And you want to see the fake erosion? Watch the fake erosion. I'm going to zoom in. Right there. Fake erosion. The water never gets up that high. Never. But they have been destroying my property with its fake digging erosion, removing the rock, the soil. Right there. So I'm going to sign off for now. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Friday.